There was once a man named Job. He lived in a land called Uz, far away and long ago. And Job, he wasn't just any man, he was extraordinary, blameless, upright. A man who walked with God and turned his back on evil. He had everything the world could offer: wealth, power, respect. 7 sons, 3 daughters, thousands of animals, countless servants. He was the wealthiest man in the entire East. And yet, none of it defined him. What made Job stand out was his heart. After every family feast, he would rise early to offer sacrifices, just in case his children had sinned in their hearts. That's the kind of man Job was. Faithful, careful, humble. But far above earth, a conversation was happening that Job would never hear. The angels gathered before God, and with them came Satan. "Where have you been?" God asked. "Roaming the earth," Satan replied, looking around. And then God said something incredible. "Have you noticed my servant Job? There's no one like him." But Satan smirked. "Of course he worships you. You've protected him, blessed him. Take it all away and I guarantee he'll curse you to your face." And God answered, "Very well. Everything he has is in your hands. But don't lay a finger on him." And then all at once, Job's world shattered. One messenger after another arrived, each more devastating than the last. His oxen and donkeys stolen, his servants slaughtered. Fire fell from the sky and burned up his sheep. Raiders stole his camels and killed more servants. And finally, a great wind struck the house where all his children were feasting. The roof collapsed. They were gone, all of them. Job tore his robe, shaved his head, fell to the ground, and then he worshipped. He whispered, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Even in grief, Job did not accuse God. But Satan wasn't finished. Again, he appeared before God. "You see," God said, "Job still holds to his integrity even after everything." But Satan scoffed, "Skin for skin. Take away his health, strike his body, and then see what happens." And God allowed it. Soon Job was covered from head to toe with painful, oozing sores. He sat in the ashes, scraping his skin with broken pottery, just trying to feel a little relief. Even his wife gave up. "Curse God and die," she said. But Job answered, "You're speaking like a foolish woman. Should we accept good from God and not trouble?" Still, he did not sin. But Job was alone. 3 friends came to visit: Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. They hardly recognized him. For 7 days they just sat with him in silence. No one spoke. His pain was too deep. And then Job broke. He cursed the day he was born. He cried out in anguish, "Why was I even alive for this? Why does God allow the suffering of those who long for death?" One by one, his friends spoke, not with comfort, but with judgment. "Job," they said, "God must be punishing you. Innocent men don't suffer like this. Repent and maybe he'll forgive you." But Job refused to lie about himself. "I've done nothing wrong," he said. "My heart is clean. I just don't understand why this is happening." Round after round, the arguments continued. Job wept, Job raged, Job begged for answers. But through it all, Job held on to one thing: his faith. He said, "Even if he kills me, I will still hope in him. I know my Redeemer lives, and one day I will see him face to face." And then a storm rolled in. A whirlwind tore through the sky. Thunder roared. Lightning split the heavens. And out of the storm, God spoke. "Who is this that questions my wisdom with words without knowledge? Stand like a man. I will ask you and you will answer me. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Who marked off its dimensions? Can you command the stars? Do you know where light comes from? Who provides food for the ravens and watches the birth of mountain goats? Do you understand the behemoth who moves with power? Can you tame the mighty Leviathan? Tell me, Job, do you really know who I am?" And Job, he was undone. "I have spoken of things I do not understand," he whispered. "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. I repent. I am nothing without you." And then God turned to Job's friends. "You did not speak rightly about me as Job did," he said. "Take offerings and go to Job. He will pray for you and I will forgive you." And they did, and Job prayed. And God restored him, not just to what he was, but double. 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 oxen, 1,000 donkeys, and 7 sons and 3 daughters again, the most beautiful daughters in the land. And Job lived to see 4 generations of children after that. He died old and full of years. The story of Job is not just about pain, it's about trust, about the kind of faith that survives the fire. Because in the end, Job learned something we all must face. God doesn't always explain himself, but he never abandons us. Even in the ashes, he is there.